going on? This is My Life in the Shop. I'm your host, Donald Washington. Now, I just got word from an insider that says, and a very reliable source, that Superintendent Eddie Johnson is going to be quitting the Chicago Police Department as superintendent. Now, this reliable source also thinks that he may be forced to quit opposed to just quitting on his own, some type of political stunt. So now I want you guys to wait to hear and make sure that you know that you heard it first. Now, today, Police Superintendent Eddie Johnson today held a press conference about the shooting that happened yesterday. Take a look at that.
If you recall, when I first became superintendent, so we released that Laquan McDonald video in December of 2015, right? And July 28th of 2016 was when we had the Paul O'Neill shooting. That happened on a Thursday night. That's how well I remember it. By that next Thursday, we had released that video for the same reason, to ensure that the public knew we were going to be transparent. I mean, it is what it is. You know, we're not trying to hide anything. We're not trying to fluff anything. The video speaks for itself.
Shooting of 37-year-old Harith Augustus. Now, he was the young man that was shot yesterday. Now, everybody's saying that he was shot in the back. I want you guys to go through this footage, and I'm going to go through this footage with you guys and take a look at what happens. Now, look, here's the footage of what happened at the shooting. Let's go through it. Now, it's no audio. Everybody's upset that it's no audio. Now, it looks like he's talking to a police officer. He has his wallet in his right hand. The officers try to grab him. The other ones try to grab him. He tries to run. There's the guns. You're looking at the guns right there. It looks like he's running away. And from what I hear, he's already being shot in the back. However, as he's running, it looks as if he's grabbing his guns as he's running. And that's why he was shot in the back. Now, it's no audio. I would love to hear exactly when he was being shot. Now, if you're being shot 3, 4, 5 times, at that point, you know, you're going to try to survive any way possible. And even that means grab your gun, because he was already being shot all in the back. But it looks as if he was grabbing his gun even when his back would turn. So this is absolutely justified. However, activists are still, but you got to understand, look at the police relationship with the community. How many times have we heard that before? A lot of people are saying, hey, everybody jumped the gun. However, even the latest shooting in Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, that officer came out and said, hey, the guy was reaching for a gun. And they have no body cam of that, because the police officers in Pittsburgh don't have body cams. But however, somebody did have a cell phone footage, and that showed that the police officer was lying out in Pittsburgh and that the guy was running. So you can't blame the community for hating and not believing what the police officer initially statement was. And so now that we know that he was reaching for a gun, the community is still outraged and in an uproar, because this is just happening ever so often in our communities. And also, when you see in our communities, nobody looks like us that's policing our communities. So that's another big issue in our communities, is nobody looks like us. They definitely have no compassion for us. Well, at least most of them. And so that's what everybody, and that's one thing that everybody was pushing for Eddie Johnson, and that's something he was. Now, I give Eddie Johnson, he tried, and he's been out there with his boots to the ground, trying to turn around Chicago, trying to bring the murders down. Now, Eddie Johnson came into the department in December of 2015 in the aftermath of the Laquan McDonald shooting. Now, Gary McCarthy was the previous Chicago superintendent. He was fired, and what everybody's saying is a political stunt by the mayor, Rahm Emanuel, to cover his butt because they knew about the Laquan McDonald shooting a year prior that happened in 2014, and they sat on it. That's why they're bringing this tape out the very next day. They want to be transparent with the public because they know that the public was about to get out there and it could have got crazy. So I'm glad that Eddie Johnson was out there and he was transparent, put that video out, because that could have been ugly. That could have been very ugly. So I did hear from a reliable source that Eddie Johnson will be quitting the CPD. I definitely want to find out the exact reason why. I will keep you guys posted. I want you guys to like, comment. Let me know what you think about this video. Peace, peace.